Every famous Muay Thai champion, from Saenchai to Buakaw, shares one training habit that outsiders think makes no sense. While Western fighters focus on hitting bags and learning moves, Thai fighters spend hours every single day doing something that seems to have nothing to do with fighting. Here's what you're missing. Skip this one thing, and you'll never understand why Thai fighters can throw powerful kicks in round 5 while their opponents can't breathe. Ignore this training method, and you'll spend years wondering why you get tired when it matters most. Get this wrong, and you'll never build the tough mindset that separates good fighters from legends. That weird training method? It's running. But here's the twist that changes everything. What looks like simple running is actually the smartest training system ever created. These fighters aren't just running to get fit. They're changing their bodies at the tiniest level, training their minds to handle pain, and using a 500-year-old system that builds warriors from the inside out. Stay with me, because I'm about to show you why Thai trainers say, you don't run, you don't fight, and the amazing science behind why this might be the best training advice ever discovered. Let's start with something that will surprise you. In real Thai camps, fighters aren't just running a quick 2 to 3 miles. They're running 6 miles every morning. That's 10 kilometers. And many do additional running in the afternoon. Some fighters run up to 12 kilometers total per day, 6 days a week. That's potentially 45 to 72 kilometers per week of running alone, but why? What could possibly make this huge time investment worth it when they could be practicing kicks or hitting pads? The answer goes back to ancient Thailand, where this practice helped both soldiers and spiritual development. Running wasn't just training, it was connecting to the warrior spirit that makes Muay Thai special. This tradition has created an unbroken chain linking today's fighters to hundreds of years of Thai culture. Here's where it gets cool. This tradition even connects to the sacred Wai Kru Ram Muay ceremony, where fighters honor their teachers before fights. The mental strength built through daily running directly helps with the mindset needed for these rituals. It's creating perfect harmony between physical training and spiritual readiness. But there's something else happening that's even more amazing. What if I told you that every single step these fighters take is literally creating more power stations inside their muscle cells? Because that's exactly what's happening at a microscopic level that changes everything. Scientists have found that long-distance training increases something called mitochondria, your cell's power stations, by 23 to 27%, with some studies showing increases up to 40 to 50% with prolonged training. These aren't just boring numbers. These are the tiny machines that decide whether a fighter can keep throwing hard kicks in round 5 or whether they'll be gasping for air while their opponent controls the fight. But the heart and blood changes are where things get really incredible. We're seeing improvements in how much oxygen the body can use by 5% or more, heart pumping power increases of 10% or more, and hugely better blood flow. For Muay Thai fighters, this means keeping their techniques sharp under extreme tiredness and maintaining power during long clinch battles. And here's the change that might surprise you most. The tiny blood vessels in muscles increase by 15%. Think of this as creating superhighways for oxygen delivery throughout working muscles. While your opponent is slowing down because they can't get enough oxygen, these fighters are still throwing bombs. Now here's where the science gets really cool. And this is something most people completely misunderstand about why Muay Thai fighters run so much. Running doesn't just build one energy system. It's making all 3 energy pathways work better. The quick burst system. This gives instant energy for the first 10 to 15 seconds of explosive moves. Every devastating combo, every lightning-fast block. This system powers it all. Running helps this system recover faster between high-intensity moments. The medium-length system. This powers hard work, lasting 15 seconds to 3 minutes. Exactly how long most fight exchanges last. Running helps the body use sugar better, while dramatically improving how fast it clears waste products. The long-distance system. This gives energy for longer activities and helps recovery between hard bursts. This foundation lets fighters keep their techniques clean and make smart decisions throughout entire fights. But there's one change that might be the most game-changing of all. Here's something that will blow your mind. High-intensity running training makes the body 64% better at clearing waste products at 15 minutes and 89% better at 30 minutes after hard exercise compared to easier training. What does this actually mean for a fighter? Faster recovery between rounds, keeping power during long exchanges, less tiredness building up during training, the ability to keep throwing hard techniques when others are fading. How this works. The liver gets better at turning waste back into energy, transport systems improve, and muscles get better at using oxygen. These fighters aren't just clearing waste products, they're turning them into fuel. But running is doing something else that's absolutely crucial for Muay Thai. Something that happens beneath the surface where nobody can see it. The repeated impact creates stronger bones in the shins and lower legs. We're talking about 5 to 15% increases in bone thickness, creating denser, tougher shin bones. This isn't just helpful, it's essential for both throwing hard kicks and blocking them. Think about it. Every legendary Muay Thai fighter you've watched throwing devastating low kicks with seemingly unbreakable shins, that foundation was built mile by mile, step by step, through thousands of hours of running that literally made their bones stronger. The stress from running makes bones grow stronger through tiny breaks that heal back tougher. It's creating weapon-grade shins through a process that takes years to complete. Now, here's where things get really interesting from a mind perspective, and this might be the most important part of this entire video. Long-distance athletes have much better pain handling abilities. Research shows they can handle more pain, their brains react less to pain signals, and they have better natural pain-fighting systems. But how does this actually happen? The brain gets used to discomfort through repeated exposure to exercise pain. The parts of the brain that process pain, key areas that decide how much pain you feel, work differently in people who do lots of running. They're literally rewiring their brains to handle discomfort differently. Long-distance running teaches the mental skill of thinking about physical discomfort as just information rather than something scary. This mental change is essential for fighters who must keep performing at high levels while experiencing serious physical stress. Here's something you'll only understand if you've experienced it. In traditional Thai camps, running isn't something you do alone. Fighters run together as a team, creating a system of respect and learning that controls gym culture. Senior fighters and trainers lead these runs, creating natural teaching moments and showing proper training attitudes. The group aspect creates powerful bonding experiences that make team unity and mutual support stronger. But there's something even deeper happening. Running has a leveling effect, where natural running ability often matters more than fighting experience or physical size. And this teaches humility and respect. New fighters may discover they can keep up with experienced fighters, while veterans learn to respect different kinds of athletic ability. This creates a culture of mutual respect and continuous learning that defines authentic Muay Thai training environments. The shared hard work and achievement builds character qualities essential for martial arts development. Never giving up, teamwork, and respecting effort over results. So, how do we balance this traditional wisdom with modern sports science? Because here's the truth. Blindly following tradition without understanding can lead to overtraining and injury. Smart programming requires planning. A base building phase, focusing on easy running development for 4 to 6 weeks. A harder phase, adding high-intensity runs for 3 to 4 weeks. Then, competition prep with less running, but keeping intensity for 2 to 3 weeks. The weekly plan might look like long, easy runs, technical training with light recovery runs, interval sessions, balance work, tempo runs or hill sprints, technical sparring, and complete rest. Individual factors matter enormously. beginners need longer, easy base development with less weekly running. Advanced fighters may benefit from shorter, more intense training blocks with higher density and careful recovery monitoring. Let me give you the hard numbers that prove why this traditional approach works. Heart and lung improvements of 5 to 30% in oxygen use with consistent running training. Waste product handling showing 64% better clearance in trained people. Pain tolerance improvements of 40 to 60% in running athletes. Injury reduction rates of 45 to 75% with properly done running and balance training. These aren't just impressive statistics. They're the measurable proof of changes that create championship-level fighters. The long-term benefits last throughout a fighter's entire career. Better bone health with 5 to 15% density increases. Heart protection against disease while supporting high-level performance. Mental health improvements with 20 to 30% reductions in worry and sadness. Here's what I want you to understand. When you see a Thai fighter easily flowing through 5 rounds while keeping devastating power, you're not just watching natural talent. You're witnessing the result of thousands of miles, countless early mornings, and a training method that's been perfected over centuries. The running tradition in Muay Thai isn't just about building cardio. It's about creating tiny cell changes, making pain tolerance better, building unbreakable bones, developing mental toughness, and connecting to a warrior culture that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary fighters. Every step is building cellular power plants. Every mile is making waist clearance better. Every run is literally rewiring pain handling and creating the foundation for techniques that look effortless under extreme stress. This is why Thai trainers say, "You don't run, you don't fight." They understand something deep. Running doesn't just prepare you for Muay Thai. It fundamentally transforms you into the type of person who can excel at Muay Thai. Whether you're training for competition or personal development, understanding this principle changes everything. The next time you put on your running shoes, remember, you're not just going for a jog. You're participating in an ancient practice that creates warriors mile by mile, step by step. That's the real secret behind Muay Thai's most mysterious training ritual. And now you know why it works.